Unacademy. Let's crack it.
Hello friends, I hope all of you are doing really well. This is Shatabdi Mazumdar, All India Rank 80 in UPSC Civil Service 2019. I have been allocated IAS Jharkhand cadre, and through this platform of Unacademy and through this series, Motivational Journey of a UPSC Topper from Start to the End, I am going to share with you my hardships, my struggles, and what all I learned during this UPSC journey, my times of thick and thin, and all of those. So watch out the series, watch out the episodes, so that you can know what mistakes I made during my UPSC journey, so that you can avoid making those mistakes and increase your chances of selection. In this video, I am going to talk about my optional strategy. And to begin with, my optional subject was anthropology, and I scored 142 marks in paper 1 and 133 marks in paper 2, so a total of 275 marks. In CSE 2019, the optional scores were rationalized, and the overall scores in any optional, if you check, they were pretty low. Like in all other years, a score of 300 plus is considered to be a very good score. In this year's Civil Service 2019, a score of around 270, 280 is considered equivalent to around 300. So that is how it is. To begin with, I'll talk about my optional experience, how I handled my optional paper during my mains exam, how I studied, how it went, and how I felt exactly during my optional paper, and all of that. I'll share each and every details. So I spoke in my previous video that my paper 2 of GS did not go as per expected lines. I was very much disappointed with my performance in GS paper 2, and I felt very demotivated. I thought I'll run away from the paper and such things. The performance in paper 3 and paper 4 were reasonably good, so I got back that confidence and motivation again. Now after paper 3 and paper 4, there was a gap of around 5 days. So what I did is I had to chalk out a plan for the next 5 days, because after that there was the compulsory and English paper, and then the optional paper 1 and paper 2. So the plan that I had thought in my mind is I'll keep 4 days for my optional preparation and 1 day for my compulsory paper preparation. Why I kept 1 day for compulsory paper is I took Hindi, and my mother tongue is Bengali, and so I was not very much comfortable in writing Hindi. So why take chances in the last attempt? I thought I'll practice rigorously and in 1 day. So I had to divide the 4 days again for optional. Day 1, I thought, firstly I thought I'll keep 2 days for paper 1 and 2 days for paper 2. Again, because paper 1 was the first paper, so I thought I'll complete revising paper 2 first and then paper 1. So I started, for day 1 I kept tribal anthropology division. For day 2 I kept non-tribal anthropology of paper 2, that is the archaeological anthropology, Indian society, thinkers, and all those parts, unit 1 to unit 5. Now day 3 I had kept for physical anthropology, the human evolution from apes to man, and from unit 9 genetics to unit 12, all those things. And day 4 I had kept for social anthropology. Again, 4 days time is not too much when it comes to revising any optional, and I was running very short on time, and I had to prioritize. कुछ topics obviously छोड़ना पड़ा, and जो topics लगा के आने के high chances है, very important, and जो grip कम था, वही सारे topics मैंने उस दौरान रिवाइज़ किया. तो डे 4 में जितना हो पाया रिवाइज़ किया, अराउंड 80 to 90% किया, एंड 10-20% छोड़ना ही पड़ा. Day 5 I revised and practiced the compulsory papers. उसके अगले दिन फिर कंपलसरी एंड इंग्लिश पेपर अटेम्प्ट किया एंड अगले दिन फिर पेपर 1 एंड पेपर 2 था ऑप्शनल का. तो what I did was after completing the compulsory paper I was left with around 4 hours. उस 4 hours में पेपर 1 भी रिवाइज करना है, 2 भी, एंड इट वॉज़ अ वेरी पैनिक सिचुएशन. तो आई वुड मेक अ वेरी स्पेशल मेंशन ऑफ अ फ्रेंड कॉल्ड अजय who was there with me to revise. He was not writing mains that year, but still we first of all we prioritized the topics of paper 1 and 2 कि ये topics आने के high chances है तो ये revise कर लेते हैं, and बाद में फिर time बचेगा तो we'll cover the other topics also. तो मेन टॉपिक्स प्रायोरिटाइज करके वी स्टार्टेड रिवाइजिंग एंड वी डिडंट रिवाइज एवरी सिंगल थिंग. द मॉडल वाज टू रिकॉल द स्कॉलरली डेफिनेशंस and then case studies, the examples, data points, and any report or any other thing that can act as a value add. ऐसे क्विकली रिवाइज करके, एंड बिकॉज आई वॉज इन द लास्ट अटेम्प्ट आई वुड ऑलवेज थिंक जितना मैक्सिमम पढ़ सकते हो पढ़ लो, क्योंकि लिखते टाइम वही सब याद आता है जो आपने लास्ट मोमेंट पे रिवाइज़ किया हुआ है. तो उस माइंडसेट में आई थॉट चलो आज नाइट आउट मार लेते हैं, जितना मैक्सिमम पेपर 1 पेपर 2 कवर कर सकते कर लेते हैं. I couldn't remain awake for all night, but I slept for very few hours, 2 to 3 hours, and that created the disaster. अगले मॉर्निंग में I was all drained out, बिल्कुल एनर्जी नहीं थी बॉडी में, and I couldn't even think I would be able to go and write the paper. हेल्थ बिल्कुल अच्छा नहीं लग रहा था, बट somehow पेपर 1 पेपर 2 दे के आई, एंड क्या हुआ कि पेपर तो कंप्लीट हुआ, बट पेपर 2 दे के आने के बाद आई फेल्ट दैट आई हैड मेड अ मिस्टेक इन सेलेक्शन ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस, एंड टू दिस डे आई रिग्रेट अ बिट. हालांकि थिंग्स आर नॉट इन माई कंट्रोल नाउ. उस टाइम पे जो डिसीजन लिया था वो मल्टीपल फैक्टर्स, टेंस सिचुएशन में कई बार गलत डिसीजन भी लेते हैं. वैसे ही द क्वेश्चन सिलेक्शन इन पेपर 2 वॉज नॉट प्रॉपर. 2 कंपलसरी क्वेश्चंस तो ठीक है, बाकी 3 क्वेश्चंस में से एक क्वेश्चन जो मैंने चूज़ किया दैट वाज नॉट प्रॉपर. आई डिडंट हैव इनफ कंटेंट फॉर दैट क्वेश्चन. तो अदरवाइज प्रोबेबली और 5 to 10 मार्क्स मेरा इंक्रीज़ हो सकता था. तो दैट इज़ अबाउट माई पेपर optional experience. Next I'll answer one question which many aspirants have asked me, that what is the right time to start the optional preparation. So for aspirants who have just started their preparation and who are going to make their attempt in 2022, for them I would say the optional preparation should start along with the prelims and mains. आप पैरेलली तीनों चीज़ों का इनफैक्ट 4 थिंग्स का प्रिपरेशन करोगे. एक प्रीलिम्स, मेंस, एक ऑप्शन जीएस मेंस, एक ऑप्शनल और एक एसए पेपर. ऑल ऑफ दीज शुड हैपन पैरेलली. एंड ऑप्शनल का प्रिपरेशन कैसे शुरू करोगे आप? बाय रीडिंग ऑल द रिसोर्सेज. फॉर दैट यू नीड टू हैव अ वेरी क्लियर आइडिया ऑफ द सिलेबस एंड ऑल्सो सिलेबस मैपिंग विद द रिसोर्सेज. कौन सा सिलेबस के टॉपिक आपको किस किस रिसोर्स से पढ़ना है, दैट क्लैरिटी शुड बी देयर. तो वंस दैट इज़ डन वी विल मूव ऑन टू द नोट मेकिंग पार्ट. तो हाँ, वन मोर थिंग दैट आई वांटेड टू मेंशन हियर इज़ दैट द आइडिया इज़ बिफोर यू अपीयर फॉर योर प्रीलिम्स you should have a very good grip and you should have very good level of confidence in optional. आपके optional के जितने resources है वो पढ़ा हुआ होना चाहिए. Not only that, your notes must be ready in a very concise manner and you should have a thorough grip over your notes that you have prepared. And ideally you should also have adequately practiced writing answers and also taken test series. ये सब आपका prelims लिखने से पहले हो जाना चाहिए. Only then you will clear the final list in the first attempt itself. So next topic that I am going to take up is how to select your optional. Many aspirants have this question, optional कैसे select किया जाए? Why did you choose anthropology as optional subject and not other popular subjects like public administration or say political science and international relations? तो मार्केट में जो पैरामीटर्स है जिसके बेसिस पे एस्पिरेंट्स सेलेक्ट करते हैं, वन ऑफ देम इज़ कौन सा ऑप्शनल सब्जेक्ट आजकल चल रहा है, कौन सा पॉपुलर है, कौन सा स्कोरिंग है एंड थिंग्स लाइक दैट. So while these are all valid parameters, I suggest that you rely largely on your interest area to select your optional subject. क्योंकि यूपीएससी एक ऐसा एग्ज़ाम है, आप ये नहीं कह सकते कि एक साल में या एक अटैम्प्ट में क्लियर हो जाएगा. इट माइट टेक 6 attempts ऑल्सो, इन सम केसेस 9 attempts ऑल्सो टू क्लियर दिस एग्ज़ाम. तो आपको अगर उस ऑप्शनल सब्जेक्ट में इंटरेस्ट है, पैशनेटली होल हार्टेडली आप पढ़ पाओगे, तभी यू विल बी एबल टू स्पेंड एडिक्वेट टाइम विद दैट ऑप्शनल सब्जेक्ट. अदरवाइज़ वो एक रिपल्सिव फैक्टर हमेशा वर्क करेगा. तो pick an optional subject that is your area of interest. And second important parameter which you may consider is the availability of resources for that particular optional. For example, I am a management student and I was considering between management as an optional and anthropology. While I did my background work to explore whether adequate guidance and resource material is available for management, I figured out कि वहाँ पे टेस्ट सीरीज़ की कमी थी, रिसोर्सेज की कमी थी, गाइडेंस कोचिंग वगैरह वगैरह की कमी थी. सो आई स्क्रैप्ड दैट एंड आई टुक अप एंथ्रोपोलॉजी. तो दैट इज़ दैट. एंड आप ऐसे मत सोचिए कि पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन इज़ अ टफ ऑप्शनल एंड दैट विल नॉट बी स्कोरिंग. ऐसा बिल्कुल भी नहीं है. अगर आपने पैशनेटली पढ़ा हुआ है, आपने होल हार्टेडली टाइम दिया है सब्जेक्ट को, हर टॉपिक को कवर किया है, देयर इज़ नो रीज़न वाई यू विल नॉट बी इन द टॉप 5% इन द टॉपर्स लिस्ट. तो दैट इज़ दैट. नेक्स्ट वील टॉक अबाउट द रिसोर्सेस. तो कोई भी ऑप्शनल आप ले लीजिए, द रिसोर्सेस आर वेरी वेरी वेरीड. कोई भी एक टॉपिक आपको मल्टीपल रिसोर्सेस में से पढ़ना पड़ता है. एंड ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई एक पर्टिकुलर ऑप्शनल एक ही बुक पढ़ के कंप्लीट हो जाता है एंड एकदम कंसेप्चुअल क्लैरिटी आ जाता है. ऐसा बिल्कुल भी नहीं है. तो नो ऑप्शनल इज़ ईजी और टफ इन दैट सेंस. तो एंथ्रो के लिए भी वही है, पेपर 1 के लिए भी आपको मल्टीपल रिसोर्सेज से मल्टीपल टॉपिक्स कवर करना पड़ता है. I'll share with you my resource list. For example, Braintree is one source which I have extensively used both for paper 1 and paper 2. You can make a note of this resource list. Second important is that Muniratnam karke there is a printed material. I think there is a set of some 10 books across paper 1 and paper 2. I have used even that book extensively for both paper 1 and paper 2. The third is Physical Anthropology by P. Nath. That is extensively covered. This book I have used for paper 1, particularly for Physical Anthropology. The next is a book called Anthropology Simplified by Vivek Bhasme sir. Now I have used this book in a manner that जो भी topics मुझे कोई और resource में नहीं मिला, I got it in that book. That book was very handy and useful in that sense. The next is Anthropological Theories by Makhan Jha. Theories many aspirants struggle a lot क्योंकि पढ़ के कई बार समझ में नहीं आता है. they are interrelated, they are very complicated, अच्छे से समझ में नहीं आता है. तो you can refer to this book by Makhan Jha. You will get a lot of conceptual clarity. The next is IGNOU set of books which I have used for both paper 1 and paper 2. Next is Introduction to Social Anthropology by Madan Mazumdar. So again, very useful for paper 1 social anthropology, and you can also use some case studies from this book in paper 2 as well, the Indian society part. Now coming to paper 2, the resources that I have used are: one, Indian Anthropology by Nadeem Hasnain, Tribal India or Tribal Anthropology again by Nadeem Hasnain, Tribal Culture of India by LP Vidyarthi, the MOTA website, Ministry of Tribal Affairs. The purpose of using this website is to gather the schemes that have been launched, initiatives by government for tribal development. Second is the updated data from the tribal welfare website. The next thing is the Yojana. I think if I recall correctly, it is the 2014 Yojana on tribal development and tribal communities. The next is the Khaka report, which where you will get various case studies and government initiatives and all of that. It is kind of a very, very handy resource when it comes to tribal anthropology of paper 2. Coming to the archaeological anthropology part, I have covered it from D.K. Bhattacharya, and yes, I have also watched several videos on YouTube, and closely watched Ashima Mittal ma'am's anthropology strategy. She has cleared with 322 marks in anthropology in CSE 2017. So I have followed her answer writing styles and practiced rigorously, and note making also I have taken help from her. Next is the note making part. Many aspirants ask me this question कि इतने सारे resources पढ़ के इनको revise कैसे किया जाए. Yes, it is a very, very valid question. हर एक टॉपिक आप 3-4 resources से कवर करते हो, पढ़ तो लेते हो, but how are you going to revise it? So it's a kind of painful activity, it's very exhausting, but I would tell you that it is a very, very reliable strategy, and people have reaped benefits out of this strategy. You can follow this with a lot of trust. So मान लीजिए आपने आर्कियोलॉजिकल एंथ्रोपोलॉजी 2-3 रिसोर्सेज से पढ़ा, फॉर एग्जांपल ब्रेनट्री, मुनिरत्नम एंड डी के भट्टाचार्य. एक बार पढ़ने के बाद यू टेक 2 शीट्स ऑफ पेपर और से यू कैन मेक डिजिटल नोट्स. आपने इम्पॉर्टेंट जो केसेस है, इम्पॉर्टेंट डेफिनेशंस है, थिंकर्स, स्कॉलर्स, डेटा पॉइंट्स, डायग्राम्स, ये सब आप वो 2-3 पेजेस में कंसोलिडेट कर लो. दिस कंपाइलेशन विल हेल्प यू अ लॉट इन द सब्सिक्वेंट रिविजन्स. तो दैट इज़ अबाउट नोट मेकिंग. Next comes the answer writing part and this test series. Like I said earlier that बस resources पढ़ने से या note making से फ़ायदा नहीं होने वाला. You need to practice very, very rigorously and in a consistent manner. For this, एक बार आपने जो notes है वो compile कर लिया, इनको रीड, रिवाइज, री-रिवाइज, कंसोलिडेट, कंपाइल जो भी है कर लिया, यू हैव सिग्निफिकेंट कॉन्फिडेंस ऑन दोज नोट्स. देन यू स्टार्ट राइटिंग आंसर्स. आंसर्स आप दिन में 5 to 6 कर सकते हैं इन अ टाइम बाउंड मैनर, एंड कंसिस्टेंटली, डोंट मिस आउट ऑन एनी डे. ऐसे यू कैन कवर ऑल द टॉपिक्स ऑफ पेपर 1 एंड पेपर 2 थ्रू आंसर राइटिंग. तो दैट इज़ अबाउट आंसर राइटिंग प्रैक्टिस. नेक्स्ट इज़ द टेस्ट सीरीज़. टेस्ट सीरीज़ जैसे मैंने पहले भी बोला है, बिफोर यू टेक अप द प्रिलिमिनरी एग्ज़ाम, आई सजेस्ट दैट यू बिकम मेंस रेडी. हाउ डू यू बिकम मेंस रेडी? आपने नोट्स कंपाइल कर लिया, आपने वो नोट्स को पढ़ लिया, आपने आंसर राइटिंग प्रैक्टिस भी कर लिया. नाउ आई सजेस्ट यू टू जॉइन अ टेस्ट सीरीज़. 1 सेट ऑफ टेस्ट आप लिखो, चाहे 7-8 टेस्ट, चाहे 10 टेस्ट, 14 टेस्ट, जैसे आपका टाइम परमिट करता है. दिस वे यू विल बी वेरी कॉन्फिडेंट इवन बिफोर यू राइट योर प्रीलिम्स. Now between prelims and mains, what you can do is you can continue with the same strategy. You revise the notes that you have already created before prelims, and you continue with your answer writing practice also. Say 5 answers a day, and week में एक optional का test आप लिख सकते हैं. अगर टाइम का शॉर्टेज है, ऑब्वियसली इट इज़ अंडरस्टैंडेबल, 90 to 100 डेज मिलते हैं एंड यू हैव टू कवर सो मेनी थिंग्स. तो यू कैन हैव समथिंग लाइक 10 डेज़ में एक टेस्ट या 14 डेज़ में एक टेस्ट. This so 2 test series before writing your actual means, it will boost your confidence like anything. Next that I want to discuss, this is a very important section. This is about value additions in anthropology. Value additions will help you fetch that extra marks in every answer. तो आपके 19 क्वेश्चंस आपको अटेम्प्ट करना होता है एंथ्रो पेपर में. आपने हाफ मार्क्स या 1 मार्क्स ईच क्वेश्चन में अगर आपने डिफ्रेंशिएट किया है, तो इमेजिन हाउ अहेड आर यू इन द रेस, right? That will give you a boost of say 9 to 10 marks, or in some cases 19 marks or even more. So by value adds I mean, whenever you are writing an answer, suppose even in answer writing practice or even in the test series and actual means, whenever you are attempting a question, suppose they ask a question on culture, so the introduction to that question will be a scholarly definition of culture. For example, टाइलर ने कल्चर को ऐसे ऐसे डिफाइन किया था. Then you attempt all the parts of the question, and before you conclude, have a section on case study. Have a any case study on culture, and in the conclusion, what you can include is contemporary trends or how culture is changing in India and the world, or have an anthropological perspective in the conclusion. So these are very important value adds which will help you, get that extra marks. The next thing in anthropology which plays a very major role is charts, tables, diagrams, and yes, these things. So wherever possible, particularly in physical anthropology, you have a scope of diagrams, tables, and other things. Now we'll move on to how to attempt the paper. Like I said, in paper 2 I had made a wrong selection of questions. There are 3 questions in one big question, and one of the 20 marker questions I did not have enough content, so that spoiled the thing, and I could have fetched around 5 to 10 extra marks. So what I suggest is, during selection of the questions, be very calm, composed, and don't panic, don't be tensed. Anyway, there are 8 questions in the paper, out of which 2 are compulsory. You are left with 6 questions and you have to pick 3. तो 3 questions आप ऐसे pick कीजिए, so that they are from areas like archaeological anthropology, physical anthropology, genetics, unit 1 evolution, and theories. So these are very scoring areas, and try to attempt the 3 questions from these areas. They are like maths and very scoring. It is difficult to deduct marks in those areas. Now that is about it. I'll conclude this video on strategy of optional subject. So anthropology is a very diverse area. It is very much application oriented. You get to know the role of genetics, why your previous generation and you resemble one another, why your next generation resemble you, what are the factors responsible for these genetic transmissions. Again, you will have answers to questions like why only particular communities have a certain food habit, certain cultural pattern, why people living in the equatorial region are dark skinned, how we have evolved from apes to man, what all physiological changes took place. So it is very interesting, it is very diverse. It includes tribal anthropology, parts of history, and all of those. So I'm sure it will appeal to you as an optional subject, and prepare well, read resources generously, compile those, revise your notes, and do answer writing practice rigorously. Take test series, 1 or 2 test series. That is all. Hope you will all enjoy anthropology as an optional and fall in love with the subject. So that is all. I would conclude by making one important announcement. An academy is going to launch a scholarship test by the name of UCSC, an Academy Civil Service Scholarship test, and around 50 students will be selected from that scholarship test, who will get a chance to interact with selected mentors. Not only that, they will also be receiving gift hampers from an academy. So prepare really well for the scholarship test and come in the toppers, come among the top rankers. Thank you. God bless you.